तो ये तुम्हारा आईडी से कनेक्ट हुआ है, ये तो वेटिंग फॉर निंजा बोल रहा है।
वापस करो.
रील से भेजा ना तुमने,
हाँ, हाँ.
क्लिक क्लब राइट।
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Conyers, Georgia. This is the Georgia Women's Cricket Association 13th annual T20 cricket tournament. Supposed to be T20s, but with the truncated form of the games due to the weather, we're playing 10 over matches. So this is the semi-final match between Think Cricket Academy and the Atlanta Pearls. Think Cricket winning the toss and choosing to bowl. 4 overs in, 32 runs on the board. Batters are essentially going to be looking to see whether they can regain some of the momentum that has been lost with the loss of those wickets. 32 for 2 is the score, as I mentioned. Scoring at 8 runs and over, looking to see whether or not they can accelerate past that, because even though Think Cricket has not necessarily put up the type of runs that they would have wanted to, they can score quickly. This is lofted in the air, catchable. Oh my goodness! She judged it well enough, but did not do as well as she wanted to in terms of completing the catch. And that is a catch that goes down. That is Swara Iyer, who I think did the hard part, but then not quite able to finish it out the way that she would have wanted to. So that is a life. And I think you'll find that they'll want to take advantage of all these opportunities. That's swept away powerfully, but there is a fielder in the deeper backward square leg. So let's just sort of reset and get caught up with where we are. This again is the Atlanta Pearls and Think Cricket Academy. 3 deliveries into over number 5. Shubi Bangwal and Januel Deers are at the wickets. A couple of wickets have been lost. Let's see whether or not you can get yourselves in the position of being able to recreate, or at least try to create some momentum. So this over, the 5th of the innings so far. And again, we're playing 10 over matches, and so you're almost at the halfway stage of the innings. Down the leg side, this talked about this earlier. These matches, you are not as a bowler penalized for having to bowl an additional delivery if you bowl a wide or no ball, but it does count for 2 runs. That is going to be another no ball, bouncing a couple of times. I think you'd have had your choice of different ways to adjudge that as a no ball, but I believe it's because this bounced twice that it is considered no ball, and then they run an additional run there. So 1 ball coming up here in over number 5.
They run 1 for that, right?
So 38 runs make that 40 runs on the board. In fact, that is the end of the over. So we'll get caught up on the exact number of runs shortly, but big picture, end of over number 5. I believe unofficially the score is 41 for 2. We'll get that confirmed as soon as possible. In fact, yes, it is 41 for 2. Halfway through the innings, the batters are going to be Januel Deers and Shubi Bangwal. Januel Deers 9 from 11, Shubi Bangwal 1 from 2. And again, halfway through the innings in a match where the Think Cricket Academy has chosen to bowl first, the Atlanta Pearls are 41 for 2.
Who bowled it?
Who's the bowler?
Who's that?
Ishkirat.
Nah, Ish. Yeah.
First ball over number 6. Sweep and a miss. And a couple of run-out opportunities are presenting themselves, but it is about the most exciting dot ball that you'll have ever seen.
Yeah.
So once again, halfway through the innings, you've gotten to the point now where 41 runs on the board, but you do need to start accelerating. And from here, it becomes a little bit tricky. Two batters have not been there very long. General Deers is 9 from 11. Shubi Bangwal 1 from 2. Skied. This may land safely. Oh, in fact, it was judged well enough to have been taken at long off, but the catch has been put down yet again. So a couple of drops, not the best of fielding in the outfield. That has resulted in a couple of misses here. Ball was in the air for a very long time, so you thought that she may well have just been able to take that catch at long off, but not really able to do much with it. So, 2 deliveries gone in over number 6. Floated up, and it's hammered around the corner. A lot of work for Fine Leg to do. She cannot get there in time. That is boundary number 5 for the innings. And it may just be that Shubi Bangwal might start feeling the need to accelerate from where you are now. First 2 matches, or at least the last 2 matches that were played, the second and third matches of the day, first innings scores were 118 and 129. And I would submit that the conditions right now are much better for batting than they were earlier. This is powered away, square leg in position. Gets through square leg, a misfield. Does it go all the way for 4? No. Doing well enough to pull it back. So just a couple of runs. But as I started saying, when you're looking at scores in the range of 118 and 129, and considering the fact that right now the outfield is bathed in sunshine, have not had that happen really at any time this tournament. Ball is no longer wet. Conditions are such that if you're going to attack, this would be the time to do it. And this would be the conditions that would be most favorable for a big score batting first. But as of right now, have not really gotten off to the kind of start that they would have wanted. Single here that closes things out in over number 8. Make that over number 6. 8 runs coming from the over. In fact, I said a single, but an overthrow produces an additional run. And that is something that will irritate the captain. But 2 more runs it is. 9 coming from over number 6. And in fact, that single bringing up the 50. So the last 24 balls coming up, you would think that they would at least try to target something around 100. Getting 100 in 24 would mean essentially that they go at 2 runs and over the rest of, or 2 runs a ball the rest of the way. Somewhere in that range would get them close to 100, and you would think that that's what they would target. End of 6, 50 for 2.
Somewhere 50, right? Yeah.
6 hours 50.
So 50 up.
Somewhere
Batters
so that-
are Shubi Bangwal and Janwell
Yeah, it's in control.
Deers. Partnership working on building something toward the back end of this innings. Paddled around the leg side. They might get just 1 here. Good piece of work in the deep to limit the damage to 1 run. So the partnership, as I started saying, is as of right now just worth 18. Single to start over number 7 puts the partnership at 19. Good delivery, tossed up on the pads. This should, I believe, be a leg by. We'll wait to see what the umpire states. In fact, there is a signal from umpire, so a leg bite puts you in a decent position if you wanted to launch. Partnership again just now worth 20. Down the ground, it will land short of long on. Do they look for a second? No. Good piece of work in the deep. So this is good bowling. Unbalanced, you've gotten yourself in a decent position here.
Second ball, right?
And
Second ball. Alright, so that's
first delivery of this over was a single, and then you had the leg by, and now another single. So 3 deliveries into over number 7. Good delivery, excellent delivery, drawing the batter forward, and then that leg spinner turning across the right-handed batter. So this is good work. 2 balls remaining now. Scoring rate of 7.95 and over puts you in, I think, a position where you'll need more runs than what you have here. Tapped into the leg side. Do they look for 2? No, did not look for 2 because this is good fielding from the fielder sprinting in off the ropes at deep mid wicket. That is Ishkirat Kaur. 1 ball remaining here in the over, which has only produced 4 runs. So this is good bowling. Peel. Umpire believes that this is drifting down the leg side, but what an excellent over that is. Just 4 runs coming from it. Last 3 coming up. The score is 54 for 2.
7 54 the score.
too wide.
This over here just finished.
Swara okay.
Just let me know who bowled it. Somewhere I miss out wide, you know. Somewhere I miss out wide. First over, second
Continues.
Second over, other wide. No.
No.
No, the third hand.
Third had a third ball and third over was a wide.
Fourth. Fifth. Sixth.
6th, the 4th ball was a wide.
This, oh yeah, and I seen it here, you know. I'm very blind, but Lord Father.
I think you need sugar.
I need sugar and rush. Yes, sir.
7 overs up,
So who won the
54 for
ball
2
now?
is your score. About to start over number 8. And I believe that this is Ishkirat Kaur who's bowling over number 8. Tossed up down the leg side, very much a wide. Now, given the fact that you are only punished for wide by conceding 2 runs, but if you play that shot, I think you have at least 4, if not 6. So I think that you'd have wanted to play the shot to that ball. That is bouncing twice, so that will be a no ball. So a couple more runs. So that's 4 runs to the total. A lot of different things going on in the first 2 balls of this over, but first 2 balls, a wide and a no ball that went for 2, so that's 6 runs, and then this next delivery will be a free hit. Let's see if this can get batters going. Yet another no ball, so yet a free hit. Doesn't cost them anything here, but this will be another free hit. 3 balls remaining here in over number 8.
Oh, Lord.
Well down the leg side, and in fact it lands off of the pitch. So it is 3 consecutive no balls. It will be yet another free hit. But again, you're not having to re-bowl these. So those 3 consecutive no balls cost you 6 runs, but you're not having to re-bowl them. Just 2 balls remaining now and over. So it doesn't penalize you as much as it ordinarily would. Huge swipe and a miss. In fact, it's an inside edge. The keeper herself goes for it, but there was an opportunity for additional run there. No backing up at the keeper's end, but they might consider themselves lucky that did not cost an extra run. So a bit of an eventful over. 11 runs already from it, but the last ball here coming up. Slow through the air, pulled away, past the umpire down to square leg. That's a single. That is a single that brings you 12 runs from that over. End of over number 8. The score is 66 for 2.
66. 66.
Last 2 overs, 66 for 2 is your score. Partnership worth 34, so it's been productive from that standpoint. Looks very productive despite the fact that you've not had very many runs off of the bat. Many of these runs are extras, 15 of them so far.
Shivali.
Should be Bangwal 13 from 14 and General Deers
Who's that boy?
13 from 17.
Shivalika.
So the 9th over about to be bowled by Shiva Katyal.
Yeah.
Very full. Goes past the outside edge. Good delivery. So the penultimate over of the innings to be bowled here by Shiva Katyal.
11 more balls.
Let's see what the last 11 balls look like, because you do need some runs now. I don't think that what you have now will be enough. Paddle around the corner should just be 1. Good work and the beat. Good aggressive work from the outfielder back at fine leg. Have seen some sloppiness in the field so far, but if you get through an entire innings, or at least close to an entire innings, only conceding 8 runs and over in a in a truncated match like this is actually very, very good effort overall. Play it off the back foot. They'll get 1. And what you can say about the fielding side is that they've done a good job, Think Cricket Academy, in limiting the damage to 1 run. A lot of singles have been conceded. I think you're going to want to put yourself in the position of scoring more heavily than just in singles if you're the Pearls. This is lofted down the ground, but it will just, again, be another single. So just 4 runs from, make that 3 runs from the penultimate over of the innings down to the last 8 balls. And your opportunities for scoring runs are starting to be relatively limited. What happens here, these last couple of deliveries from Shiva Katyal's over. Floated up there, but wide. 2 runs coming from that delivery. And this now will be the last ball of over number 9. So really, you've gotten to the point where just 1 ball remaining in this over, you've only conceded 5 runs. That is excellent, excellent work. So let's see exactly what happens here. On the last ball, just having a bit of a conversation with the umpire.
It's wide or not?
Yes, I'm
Certainly signaled as a wide. So I'm not sure exactly what the conversation is about. Let's just see what happens on this last ball. Last 7 of the innings, last ball of over number 9. Down the leg side, hammered away, but there's protection down there. So they'll get 1, and that's all that they'll get. I think the reaction from Geniel Deers tells you everything that you need to know. She wanted more out of that shot than that just single. 6 coming from over number 9.
Last
Excellent
over
stuff
72.
for the Think Cricket Academy. Last over coming up, 72 for 2.
Tell me who holding it.
Shivapriya Nair.
Uh-huh.
Shivapriya Nair. Another Shiv.
That's all. Anna.
Yeah, another Shiv.
Yeah.
Shivapriya.
Shivapriya Nair. Yeah, this one. Okay, 30.
The last over coming up here. Shivapriya Nair will be the bowler. And I think if you are the Think Cricket Academy, you'll be happy with what you've gotten done so far in the semifinal. Winner of this match takes on The Atlanta War Eagles, a powerful side, I think have proven themselves to be the best side in this tournament so far. They are awaiting in the finals for the winner of this game. It's maybe a little too early to say who is going to win this game, but I think batting first, the Atlanta Pearls will have wanted to score more than they've gotten done so far. This is just going to be a dot. Played right back to the bowler herself, no run. This is again Shivapriya Nair, who is the bowler. Done well in the innings that in the matches that she's played so far this morning. Starts here in over 10 with a dot. They will look for 2 and absolutely getting it. That puts the pressure on the fielding side and creates the additional opportunity there. So that might be a lesson for these batters. Sprint the first one hard, and then you put yourself in a position where the outfielders maybe try to do too much too quickly, end up fumbling the ball, you get another run. But you think they'd be looking very, very aggressive here the rest of the way. Just 4 balls remaining, and you would think that they'd be looking for at least 2 balls off of every shot. Certainly not with this one, though, because this is a wave and a miss outside the line of off stump. So just 2 runs from the first 3 balls. Again, this is the last over. So earlier I said something around 100 is what you'd be aiming for. Well, they'll fall well short of that mark. Can you push yourself to get past 80 would be the question now. Short. Pulled into the leg side. Have to look for a second run here. Coming for that second run, that was always going to be on the cards, you would think. So can you get 2 more 2s to get past that 80 mark? Let's see exactly what you can get done here. Just the last 2 balls again. Atlanta Pearls looked very impressive in the first game this morning. I think it's fair to say that their productivity has fallen off in the last couple of matches. And let's see what you can get done with these last 2 balls. Clipped around the leg side, straight to fine leg though, so I don't think this will be an opportunity for a second run. And in fact, that 1 bounce throw coming right back to the keeper's end. So excellent work in the outfield. That was fielded by Swara Iyer. She dropped 1 earlier, so good to see that she does well to get back in the game here. Last ball coming up, 77 runs on the board. How far can you get? Can you stretch yourself to get a boundary here? On the leg side, it is going to be, I believe, a leg by. Underhanded throw here. Have to come back for the second run. And they'll get the second run. I believe these will be 2 leg bys. Watch the umpire. No signal yet. And in fact, no signal at all by the umpire. So potentially, assuming that there is actually no signal, then that's 2 runs to the batter. So you end up with 79. 79, I think, is slightly below par. I'll see exactly where you end up, but here's what the batting looks like for the Atlanta Pearls. Rashada Williams, 19 from 8. Adania Ball, 6 from 9. General Deers, 17 from 21. And Shubi Bangwal, 20 from 22. So that partnership between Deers and Bangwal worth 47. And that is, to me, a good way to accelerate toward the back end of the innings. 38 coming from the last 5. So, a short break for us here, and then we'll see whether or not Think Cricket Academy can score 80 runs to get into the final. We'll find the answer to that question when we come back. See you soon.
Oh, yes. Imagine how other people help me score.
No. No. Why is that?
Because I have no paper. And you know when you have it, you think, I try to write down something here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Huh? The other team had a bat yet.
How much you need? 80?
They had to make 80 to win.
6,
Oh.
17, yeah.
Mm-hmm. 24. This weekend supposed to be enough for me to be writing it.
Not for you to be right there.
Nah.
That's what you do.
Yeah. Every minute just to take up a pen and a this and that. Woo! Hello, I need a beer. 79! 80 to win! Yeah, look that.
How much is going?
Huh?
Don't mind me. I should be.
Score.
You only want to see Shuvi.
Shubi is your daughter?
Yeah.
Ah,
Shivi and
fantastic.
Shubi,
Give me-
2 daughters.
Oh, okay, got it.
That's all. You took it.
Give me a second.
Wait for it. I want to hear the batter score too.
Should be 20 of 22.
20 and Janelle
Janelle 17 of 21.
17. And 22.
20 of 22.
Can I use this?
Not hungry yet.
I'm starving.
Eat about half a pound of fudge. So- Ever since you start talking about jerk pork is when I start thinking about it.
We don't have that here.
Here?
No, we don't have. Well, here today.
Yeah,
We have different thing over there, but they don't have that.
yeah.
Nothing to. I mean, I'm ready to piece of chicken, yes, and I don't like too much of the flesh. But give me my pork here.
I would destroy some jerk chicken today.
You'll destroy some today?
Yeah, man.
Where you gonna get it?
That's the next question. What I'm saying, in a blind man's country, one-eyed man is king, so anywhere you find it, if I find it around here, eating it.
I saw a place, they have a shed.
A shed, alright.
Yeah, like a cart, just outside of Burger King. When I watched the price.
Inside a Burger King.
Yeah.
And he said $30.
$30.
$30 for what? For a jerk
Jerk.
chicken plate?
Sure, yeah.
Yes. I mean,
I find it too high.
Yes, it is. It's
Yeah.
solid.
The same chicken they use and they just add a jerk seasoning.
7 trees at 20. That is $210. Yes. Might as well go and buy my own pork.
You understand?
start cooking it from now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I want to go home.
Really.
Trinidad.
I don't think that's
I
what he
mean, you
needs.
come all the way from Trinidad to come here, come score. I don't believe that for a second. You look at me any kind of way you want. You didn't come up here all the way up here just to go score.
She
Keep
just
the
said
line.
that about 5 minutes ago.
I came to line, play food.
Pool, and you reached the play no pool yet.
You understand, boy?
One
Wait.
of those girls, the team Canada, said that they went bowling.
Yeah, we should have done something, but
But we
everybody
did
went.
do something.
What we
went
do?
by,
We went shopping.
yes. We went by,
Aparna!
29 and 6.
Who's the boss?
Yeah.
Anya?
Batting
तुला आणणे आहे का?
is
आपण आणणे आहे? बॅटिंगला तिकडून कोण आहे?
Swara
Bola is Serena.
Swara
Anya,
and
right?
Anya. Yeah.
Short distance or
इथून चांगलं दिसतं.
Bola.
Welcome back. This is the right to get into the finals. Think Cricket Academy, in order to get to the finals, needs to score 80 runs. First ball played here down the ground. I'll get a single to immediately get off the mark. The opening batters are Anya Tiagi and Swara Iyer. And opening bowler
White.
is Selena White.
It's on the other.
The job for Selena White is simple. Just don't bowl any deliveries that are too straight, that are too full, that are too wide. Essentially, wicket to wicket, short of length. That type of delivery will get you into the finals. So, couple of singles to start this innings. Again, this opening pair of Anya Tiagi and Swara Iyer need to score at the rate as of right now at 8.07 and over. Very full, good delivery. It doesn't go exactly where she looked to play it, Anya Tiagi. But 3 straight singles starts the chase. The idea for the batting unit would just be to not get tied down.
No.
Don't absorb any dot balls, at least don't absorb too many dot balls. Just put yourself in the position where you are consistently pushing on towards that target. Good delivery, that one. A little bit of extra bounce. Selena White is comfortably taller than the typical, or at least than most of the cricketers in this match. I would give her probably somewhere around 6 feet tall. Sky, it might be the bowler herself who takes it. Simple as you like. First wicket is down. Good delivery. Getting underneath it was the batter and skying a pretty simple return catch. If you're a bowler, those are the types of return catches that you want to be coming toward you. And unfortunately for Swara Iyer, she is dismissed. First wicket is down. Score, 5 deliveries into this chase is 3 for 1.
Bowl and court boys. Interesting.
Communities. Herman.
Which one of them are?
Herman?
Yes.
स्वरा मध्ये रिकामा होतं ऑफ साईडला सगळं.
Combateros hermano. Yeah.
Herman, right?
No, lo que es aguanta de ti no te admira nada.
So, 1 ball remaining here in the first over. First blood already drawn by the Atlanta Pearls as Swara Iyer is sent back courtesy of a return catch by Selena White. In fact, that was the last ball of the over. Our records
What's the score?
Our records indicate that there's 1 ball left, but they still, umpires have already called
5 runs.
Umpires.
wide or called over. So let's just assume that the umpires are correct. We go with the first over to be bowled here
Yeah.
by a new bowler. First ball of over number 2 is a dot. Dragging this one to mid-on. And let's see whether or not you can get anything going from this. By the way, this over being bowled here,
And this one.
I believe by should be Bangwal. We'll get that confirmed shortly.
1 dot this one.
But
1 dot and 1 for single.
in fact, it is Shubi Bangwal who's bowling the second
Yeah.
over from the northern end of the ground. Here she is again. Good delivery. Played into the offside. They'll get a single here. So, off to a relatively sedate start. You need from here
Yeah, they've got a single first now.
8.8 runs and over.
2 balls.
You're scoring only at the rate of 3.3 and over, so that puts you behind the 8 ball, so to speak. Wave and a miss. That's going to be a wide. 2 more runs to your total there, but just 2 balls remaining here in over number 2. 8.76 runs and over is not necessarily very difficult. In fact, by modern cricket standards, it's relatively straightforward. But you don't get something going in that direction soon. Plus, there is the pressure of needing to play for the championship, at least play to get into the championship match. That would have added some element of intrigue and could potentially make things more difficult for you. That's another wide. So 1 ball remaining here in over in number 2. 4 wides in the innings so far. Those 4 wides would have been those last 2 balls that you just saw. And going now into the last ball of over number 2. Maybe the last time that we need to say it. You don't get to bowl or re-bowl the wides or the no balls. It just costs you 2 extra runs. 3 straight wides, 6 straight runs to close out over number 2. But that is the end of the over. 8 runs coming from it. You get caught up just a little bit there. 8 from over number 2. The score is 11 for 1.
No, the player who batted down there.
Now batting. Come on.
So man batted there.
Out of
So 2 overs in the books, 11 for 1. 69 runs needed in the next 48 balls. Again, not very difficult,
No, this is
but you do need to start pushing on from here. Annalisa Sudin is the bowler who's about to bowl over number 3. No field restrictions of any kind. Everyone in the field other than the keeper and the bowler are on the boundary. So very defensive field setting. Played into the offside. They may look for 2, but lose that opportunity as that's a good piece of alert fielding in the deep by the fielder coming across from deep point. 1 run on the board in over number 3. So you're looking to see how you can find ways of manufacturing runs. That's a wave and a miss to a ball outside the line of off stump. So that line certainly is one that would keep the batter or make that keep the keeper interested. You want that ball to be just outside the line of off stump but not too wide. And that length to me is also a very good one. Floated up there. Inside edge goes to fine leg. I don't know that the keeper would not have been the best option to go after that one. But it only cost them 1 run. Inside edge down to deep fine leg, and the fielder deep backward square leg sprinted some 20 or so yards. You would think that that would have provided the opportunity for a second run, but it only cost them 1. Halfway through over number 3. Really slow start here for Think Cricket Academy. 13 runs on the board. This may be yet another single. Scoring relatively sedate fashion here. Earlier I said that I didn't think that 80 runs would have been enough. But the way that this innings has started out, that required rate now approaching 9. In fact, it's exactly at 9. That tells me that there is certainly some work that needs to be done by Think Cricket to get caught up with the requirement. They are only scoring at the rate of 5.2. Going down the leg side, looking to work it around the leg side. Can't get anything on it, so that's a scoring opportunity to me that has been squandered. Last ball coming up here. Here's over number 4 about to be completed. Make that over number 3. And so you're down to the last 43 balls of the innings. Pulled away into the deep. It's in the gap, but well fielded by deep mid wickets. Single closes things out. 4 runs coming from over number 3. 15 for 1 after 3.
Why you said I nearly shout out? What the hell? Wicked.
Kristen Smith.
3 hours up. Kristen Smith
Yeah.
about to bowl over number 4 from the northern end of the ground, and you're falling behind here. I think Cricket Academy, this pair needing to go on and get something going. This is swept away into the deep. It will be a no ball 2, signaled by umpire at square leg. So that costs you 3 runs. Then the next ball will be a free hit. Free hit delivery to be faced now by... Oh, let's put away. That's well struck, and it goes all the way for 4. Made a really good sound off the bat, too. So that is the first boundary of the day. Really solid strike from Anetiagi.
Better than me.
Sir,
Harmaja Kaur at the non-striker's end. 3 from 4.
Hammond still in the wicket. Have had the out. First wicket.
In fact, it's Harmanjot Kaur who played that shot. 7 from 5 with that first boundary.
Who is that?
Anetiagi 6 from 12. Strike rate of 50.
About out there.
So the last 4 balls
Farmer not out there.
will be
Farmer gone out to field.
important. You want to try to limit these scoring opportunities. Certainly don't want any no balls. This is tossed up, played down the ground, just past the bowler's arm. So even though you've lost some momentum with the no ball in this innings, or in this over rather, still in a good position here at Atlanta Pearls. And bear in mind, you do have a spot in the finals at the end of this rainbow. That gets through the keeper. It's going to be wide, but not quite able to get anything additional for it. So those just cost them 2 runs. 10 runs already from the over. So they've accomplished what they needed to in this over. I think Cricket Academy, up to now, Atlanta Pearls, to pull things back. Just not give any more loose deliveries. Played down the ground, that's fine. In fact, look at this opportunity. Oh my goodness. The run-out opportunity was all but assured, and it will end up costing them a single. I believe that they only ran 1 on that, but there easily could have been a run out had the bowler been able to get the ball back to the keeper's end. But it does cost them a run. 11 from the over already. Last ball coming up now. Intentionally playing it to deep point. Single that closes things out in over number 4. Last 6 coming up. 12 runs coming from that over. End of over number 4, 27 for 1.
Crash, they fall down.
Nah. That's a rush. I feel like the ball move.
You could go and bowl.
Yeah.
2,
Yours, Brian. You have a hat? Ola is. I didn't write girl for me, right? Janelle.
11. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Janelle G. And
Okay. G M E. Right?
Janelle. I don't want to put the in the Bible, was I?
Janelle.
Yeah.
27 for 1 is the score after 4 overs. New bowler will be Janelle Deers. Very full. Played away into the offside for a single. So Janelle Deers is the 5th bowler to be used in this inning so far. Nobody has bowled a spell of more than 1 over. Bearing in mind you're limited to 2 overs, so you have to be very strategic as a captain in knowing where to put your fielders or where to put your bowlers. A couple of singles to start over number 5, so you're off to a good start. The required rate continuing to be a bit of a challenge. Currently at 9. Current run rate is 6.7, so you do have some making up to do. This pair, who has been there enough for a while, would need to at least know that they'd need to start accelerating. 3 consecutive singles now to start. Mention the partnership. The partnership is certainly something that you'd want to start paying attention to. Partnership now worth 30 between these two.
3.
Played into the offside, yet another single. Talking about partnerships. This current partnership is worth 29 runs, unbeaten as of right now for the second wicket. But with all these singles that you're accumulating, that essentially makes your required rate increase. Very full, played into the offside. 6 singles in the over. That is the end of over number 5. It's a productive one. Atlanta Pearls have bowled really well. And in fact,
One more ball to go.
oh, one more ball to go. My apologies. I may have missed that. Well,
Okay.
last ball here coming up. Let's see exactly what happens on this last ball. Edged and over the keeper's glove. It will run close to the boundary and in fact get to the boundary now. Fortuitous. She did not mean it there, but she'll accept that bonus gift. End of over number 5. The score
36.
is 36 for 1.
5 done, 36.
5 overs, 1 wicket. That wicket could have been gone. Where's the keeper?
Shivi.
36. 5 was 36. 5:44 needed. Yeah, 30 ball 44.
So fortuitous boundary off that last ball of over number 5 puts you at the halfway stage, maybe with a touch of momentum, and see whether or not you can ride that luck to the back end of the innings.
Adana.
It will be the vice captain herself, Adana
First one, Adanya.
Adanya Ba, to take the ball. Bowling now from, again, the northern end of the ground. Danya Ball, as the vice captain, is going to know that she needs to keep this ball on the stumps. Don't want anything too wide, don't want anything too straight. Just targeting off stump is probably the best option here, I would think. Good delivery. They got 1. They may look for 2. No. So this is a good effort. Just making sure that you get these scoring opportunities when they present themselves. But you don't ever turn down a single. But under these circumstances, you need more than just singles. The equation is 43 needed in the next 30. Make that 29 balls. Great delivery here. Bounces actually over the stumps, so now 43 needed in 28 balls. The required rate now north of 9, 9.2. And your opportunities now are starting to look a little bit scant. Plenty of wickets in hand though, so you can start doing this. Lofted in the air. It's going to land short of mid-wicket. 3 deliveries in to over number 6. You're halfway through the 6th over. And halfway through the 6th over, just 2 runs on the board. So how exactly do you find a way to create some momentum? The bowling has been good. 10 extras, but 6 of those extras were wides in one over. The second over of the innings bowled by Shubi Bangwal. And that's 6 consecutive wides. In other words, 3 balls at each were wide and each were punished by giving up 2 runs. Apart from that, there have been just a few, let's call it, areas to clean up for the bowling side. And after that dot ball, just 2 now remaining here in over number 6. Good one being bowled by the vice captain, Adanya Ball. Stumping opportunity? No. Good piece of bowling again though. So sufficiently tossed up to draw the batter forward. Good quick stumping attempt behind the stumps. Ends up just being a dot, but that's a dot that causes the required rate to now be above 10.08 to be specific. And your overall run rate is going the wrong direction if you are the Think Cricket Academy. Last ball coming up here. Really good piece of work with the ball thus far in the chase for the Atlanta Pearls. And again, remember they batted first because they were asked to bat first. But this for me is really clinical stuff for them. Just getting the ball in the right areas can do you a world of good. Last ball coming up here, over number 6. 25 balls remaining in the match. 42 runs needed to get. This is off the body of the batter. They'll get 2, you would think. Long run by deep backward square leg. Oh, using the feet. Doesn't quite get to it. And it goes away for 4. 4 leg bys, I would imagine. But in fact, signaled as runs by the umpire. A welcome boundary. You need many more of those. End of over number 7.
Oh, my right.
And make that over number 6. Scores 42 for 1.
6 runs.
6 runs, 4 runs.
Now 6 on the over. Okay. Anna coming back. Anna.
What is that?
Little girl.
Oh, all right, there we go. There we go.
So, we're at the business end of this match. A fortuitous boundary from the last ball of the previous match, or the previous over. But they'll get a single here, and nobody is backing up at the keeper's end. The bowler herself will know that that's her responsibility. It doesn't cost anything here though, but look for how that could potentially be an issue later on. This, by the way, is Annalisa. Annalisa Sudeen bowling her second over. She is the first of the bowlers who's bowled more than 1 over so far. That's played off the back foot down to deep point. So let's see exactly whether or not you can try to find a way to generate the momentum needed. 3 balls remaining over number 7. So 21 remaining in the match. No run there, so continuing to squeeze the life out of
The score?
Think Cricket Academy.
44.
Atlanta Pearls doing really well and limiting the damage. No real aggression being shown here by Think Cricket Academy. And so you need another 36 in the next 20. It's pulled away into the deep, just a single though. And your options for scoring heavily feel like they're starting to disappear. Disappear coincidentally along with the overcast cloudy weather that we had earlier, because the outfield is now bathed in sunshine. Played into the offside. Single maybe. That might be all they get. And there is the end of over number 7. A good one. Just 4 runs coming from that over. Last 18 coming up. 34 runs needed. The score is 46 for
34 in 3 overs. Needed.
They'll have them. German schoolboy. She bowled well.
Yeah.
I am not Tobias, eh? I am not Tobias.
Sorry. Sorry.
Adanya, continue.
So, 46 for 1. You need another 32, make that 34 runs. And in the time that you have left, somehow needing to manufacture almost 2 runs and over from here. 46 is the score again. Just needed 34 in 18. And stroked into the leg side. Oh, that gets by the fielder at deep mid-wicket and goes away for a boundary. That boundary bringing up the 50. So all is not quite yet lost. It will not be easy from here, but it is going to be up to you to essentially put yourself in a better position. But getting a ball that
17-30.
is easily
Needed.
swept away is certainly something that you would want. Harmanjot Kaur and Anya Tyagi, 2 batters. Played into the offside this time. Much better ball in terms of the line. And that's now to your advantage to continue delivering those types of balls that are just played into the offside for a single. If you are able to do that, then clearly you can start building pressure. Building pressure is what essentially allows you to take wickets. So pay attention to exactly how the next couple of deliveries go. Some difficulty finding the right run-up for Dania Ball, the vice captain, who's bowling her second over. Oh, that is hammered. In the air, landing short of mid-on. Make that long on. In fairness, it sounded better off the bat than it actually did. So, what I thought was a ball that would have been sailing over the ropes at Cow Corner ended up just being a single. Oh, almost chopping that one onto her stumps. She might consider herself lucky there. So you do have the situation where you're losing the opportunity to score runs. You're running out of deliveries, if you will. Oh, just past the outside edge of the off stump. Couple straight dots. And just 1 ball remaining here in over number 8. 13 remaining in the innings maximum. 50 on the board, but needing 28 in 13 balls is not easy. Back to the bowler. Excellent bowling for the vice captain, Adanya Ba. 6 runs coming from the over, but importantly, that required rate now up to 14. 2 overs remaining, 28 runs needed. The score is 52 for 1.
12 balls. It's 2 overs.
Penultimate over of the innings. About to be bowled. And it will be bowled by Janelle Deers. It's going to be at least a couple of runs here, you would think. A long run by the fielder from deep point. That's good work. I hear some applause coming from the teammates of the batting side.
11:24. Oh, sorry,
So-
11:26.
2 balls remaining. I'm going to make that
26
one
in 11.
ball bowled in over number 9. So 11 balls remaining. 26 runs needed. Will not be easy, but you get there by being aggressive. Aggressive can mean 4s and 6s, or it can also mean sprinting quickly between the wickets. Let's see exactly how you're able to manufacture the opportunity to score some runs here. Once again, this is for a trip to the finals against the Atlanta War Eagles, who are waiting patiently. Very strong batting side, also good bowling side. So to me, as I said earlier, the Atlanta War Eagles are the class of the tournament. Down the leg side, it's going to be wide. 2 runs there. So from your position, 10 balls remaining, 24 runs needed, needing to score almost 3 runs off of, at least 2.5 runs off every ball. 14.4 is your required rate. And your actual scoring rate is 6.72. Played into the leg side. They might look for, no, in fact, the bowler herself, General Dayers, is there to clean up. 9 balls remaining, 23 runs to get. It's the type of setup that generally comes down to the last over and comes down deep into the last over. So I want to see exactly whether or not I think Cricket Academy can put themselves in a position to get something here. Quick run-out opportunity. Effort to get back behind the popping crease, if you will. And no signal from the umpire. So let's give her credit for that coming off the bat. 6 runs already from the over. The last 2 balls in over number 9 coming up. Required rate starting to get out of control. 22 needed in the next 8. And your opportunities are going to be relatively limited if you can't figure out a way to score some runs here. Played into the offside. Do they look for 2? Coming back for the second run. And they do get there. So 20 needed. You're 3/4 of the way to victory. 20 needed from the next 7 balls. Is it doable? Absolutely. Is it difficult? Equally, absolutely. So let's see the ending of this over. I think will have a lot to do about the chances of Think Cricket Academy winning this. I think you'd need a 4 or a 6 here minimum. Oh, very, very full and a no ball, but at least in the context of you not needing to re-bowl it, that's actually a good outcome. 2 runs coming from that ball, meaning that 10 runs come from the over. End of over number 9, last over coming up. 18 runs needed. The score is 62 for 1.
How much was it? How much needed? 18?
18!
18! 1 each.
18. Who is the bowler?
Salim. Fourth bowler.
Chicken rice potato. Thank you. Last over. Down the ground. It's going to be 4. No, well fielded. Adania Ba herself does well to prevent that from getting past her. So single conceded from the very first ball means that I think Cricket Academy needs 17 from 5. Very difficult. Need some big hits. Need a couple boundaries at least. That will be a scoring opportunity, but not nearly good enough. Wanted to come back for 2, but never ever going to get it. So 2 runs from the first 2 balls, and you now you need 4 runs a ball to win the rest of the way.
416 is that. 2 balls.
That's 2 balls.
2 balls, 2 singles.
2 balls gone. 4 leave.
In the outfield, do they come back for 2? Boy, not the swiftest of running. Good throw, Slightly offline, so they'll get 2, but it now means that you need a combination of 4s and 6s the rest of the way. 14 needed from the next 3. So 2 4s and a 6 would work perfectly fine. 2 6s and a 4 would also work, but you certainly need big hits. That's a single down the ground that will not nearly be enough, and that essentially makes it out of reach. Just 2 balls remaining and 13 runs to get. 2 6s would put us into a super over, but no 6s struck so far in this innings. You don't get the sense that it's going to happen here. Didn't acknowledge it when it came up, but the partnership is now worth 64. But that will be of scant sort of consolation for the batting unit. That dot ball means that you're now just down to the last over. Make that the last ball. It will be the Atlanta Pearls who would be in the final against the Atlanta War Eagles. Very full. Played back to the bowler. No real effort to do anything other than just sit on that. That is a single that closes out the match. The Atlanta Pearls with victory by the margin of 11 runs. And that puts you in a good spot. They will play again the Atlanta War Eagles in the finals. So let's take a look at what they've done so far. In fact, we'll just look at the full scorecard. For me, they didn't quite have enough runs to play, or they didn't have the momentum needed to get the runs that they needed to get to. And Tiagi batted well, 24 from 31. Harmanjot Kaur, 29 from 26. Only other batter who batted was Swara Iyer, 1 from 3. But a procession of good overs by the Atlanta Pearls sees them progress through to the finals. The bowlers, I think, all did well. Just one bowler going for double figures in terms of economy rates. Everyone else, economy rates of single digits, and the 1 wicket taken by Selena White. That is, ladies and gentlemen, the end of the semifinals. It will be the Atlanta Pearls and the Atlanta War Eagles in the final later on this afternoon. I would imagine that match is coming up very shortly. So stick around, stay with us, and we'll have that final for you shortly. For the moment, we're signing off right here in Conyers, Georgia. This is the Georgia Women Cricket Association 13th annual T20 tournament. Finals coming up.
War Eagles and us playing. Should be interesting.
Final score 69 or 60.
68.
Yes, something like that.
So that girl had to do right to back off field again.
You just singing this kid thing of animal.
Who's that?
You. Little girl, little girl, little girl. Little girl, little girl.
She is a little girl. Size.
Oh, yes. Look at my pumpkin, pumpkin. Eh?
Who's your pumpkin?
My grandson.
You see?
My pumpkin.
Don't worry, you will get grand just now. You will. You alone won't be able to be bowling. You bowling your pumpkin. I will have pumpkins. Make your style, buddy.
Miss S, I don't know what you work.
Oh my God, my cap is here. I look for it.
It was safe to go.
चेस किया अभी मतलब अपोनेंट टीम से थी ओके फर्स्ट किस तरह उनके
Yes, please.
You have one here.
Yes, and then you're another.
What's the timing for the final?
Petal, they don't have any more squashy.
In a few minutes' time. I just give them a breather.
It's not
Okay.
12.
So it's now, what time you out to?
Everything, look what I do.
Wait, let me see. Here, I take your order, but I totally forgot the order.
Cheese and chicken and darling.
breather meaning half an hour?
No, 10 minutes.
Can they come and get their food and then because I forget, I take the order and I go to the next day.
Chicken, rice, dal,
I
and
got
potato.
one.
Okay, so
Surely they give me one bottle. Petal.
Dad,
Hey,
you going to eat?
I ask him and I take his order and I forget.
Okay, Miss Hester, she forgot to order, so we forgetting her, right?
no, we not.
You took time.
I wanted to ask Pet how they did the potatoes.
Oh,
Curry.
You all did that this morning? Oh, that is from?
no.
Well, no, I will have some potatoes.
No, they did that this morning.
Take the first set and not the one with each other.
Okay.
No, not me. Pet. I'm going to start back the game.
Hello, you say they have something
Potato
to
rice with dal and the grilled chicken. And if you have any garlic
That are
sauce.
gone.
All right.
Jesus. How are you feeling, sir?
Sorry?
How are you feeling?
I am feeling thankful, sir.
Okay.
Oh, you back with us, your team going in.
Yes, sir.
You all are batting or you feeling?
I don't know.
They haven't taken the tosses yet.
I don't know that either.
Well, if it's your team are the War Eagles.
Yes.
Okay. So they're going to take the toss against those are the people who were feeling the just now and sort it out from there.
Versus,
Pearls and
Versus-
Eagles.
I think DCC.
Yeah, Pearls and the Eagles. Those, let's pick the pearl up with them out and go with it.
Mm-hmm.
That's really interesting.
Celine. I have to capture all the MVPs,
Okay.
all the information.
Yeah. Are your supporters who weren't able to be here able to follow what's going on there?
Sorry, say that again.
Your supporters who weren't able to be here, are they able to follow the commentary?
They said they are. Yeah, they are. My wife is watching from home. So.
When you all go by?
After the match?
No. Where you go?
Yeah, after the match.
Today?
Yeah, I'm from here. I'm from Atlanta. Yeah, I'm from here, right?
I forget you said that.
Yeah.
I forget you said that.
I just 1.5 hours of drive.
Okay. The roads are a bit. How did you learn it when you first came?
Watch cricket.
The roads.
The roads. Initially, it was really difficult. Then Google Maps came in.
Which sometimes they take you through some longer passageway to get to where your destination is.
Yeah, it does. It does. It does. I did face that.
Yeah, but in Trinidad, we drive on the right hand side of the road. You all driving on the left hand side of the road.
Oh, so just like India.
Yes.
Okay.
Right? Your vehicles here are left hand drives. In Trinidad, it's right hand drives. So you have sometimes 3-4 lanes of traffic. So you have, but here, boy, you have dual carriage going so, and this intersection going that way. That is challenging because I mean, I guess in the beginning it will be like that until anyone applies themselves to everything. You know, but
Was this still going?
I hope so.
Yeah. So
Isn't it?
it looks like it's still on, but
Okay.
is there just it just
I can
stays
pause.
streaming regardless of which game is being
Yeah.
shown?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.